So now I've watched both the Dune movies, Dune Part 1 and Dune Part 2. They were pretty good. It's a classic story about a guy who's a fish out of water in a new place, but then tragic events make him stand up against the bad guys and use a sword and ride a sandworm and have weird visions about the future. The acting is pretty good, the visuals are cool, and the effects are good. The sounds and music are really cool too. When you hear the drums go dum 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 dum, or the crazy guitar go do 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 do, or the lady go Visa. Everybody knows what movie that's from. There's a bunch of interesting characters too. Paul is actually a really interesting main character. He can seem like a boy at the beginning and like a zillion years old at the end because of everything he's experienced and all the memories he got with the weird sandworm venom magic power procedure. The Atreides people are all mostly good people, but they sure do seize an opportunity. Jessica seems to really like having her kid be the prophecy guy. Duncan and Gurney either take people's customs or don't care about them, and the Duke makes one mistake after another. He lets his kid almost get killed by space witches, he walks his family into an obvious trap, and he doesn't even manage to kill the bad guy even though he's given a special gas pill weapon to do that. The Fremen characters are pieces of work too. They're really hostile to anyone who is not one of them. Some, like Stilgar, blindly worship Paul like he's the second coming. Others, like Chani and her friend, think Paul is just a guy. Chani spends a lot of time being mad or standoffish. I wish there was more time spent on why Paul is in love with her, even though the movie says his visions show him being in love with her. Oh well. Also, the Harkonnen guys are like evil with a capital E. They're all bald and super creepy and whiter than my teeth. Not much to say about them. Also, the Bene Gesserit ladies are obtuse, and the Emperor is a big dummy since he could have just stayed home while Paul and the Harkonnens duked it out at the end. Ho 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 ho. Get it? They duke it out since Paul is supposed to be a duke for the Atreides guys. Anyway, there's a lot of interesting themes in this movie. The world powers are battling over oil. The great houses are battling over sand. And the ocean people are now in the sand all the time. And there's a witch cult trying to secretly control everybody. So the emperor is not really the person in charge. It's some unelected ladies who aren't telling anybody what the real plans are. Most interestingly, everybody is told that Paul is the prophecy guy, and maybe he is and maybe he's not. But the main important part is that he's using that to his advantage, even though some of his friends and family and his girl Chani might not like that very much. Even though this is a two-part movie instead of just one movie with a complete story, I learned that it's based on a book, so I guess it didn't want to cut a lot of stuff out. And that's good since you don't want to make the book fans mad. That's usually a bad idea. These movies, or two-part movie or whatever, Dune is pretty good, and it's not for kids, but maybe it could be okay for teenagers, and I hope they make another one since they left the last one on a big cliffhanger.